Welcome to Trial by Wine. We take a closer look at crimes that highlight how fascinating humans can be. Schmitty, Swanee and Clarky visit crimes and run them through their jury of three, debating both sides of the case to agree an appropriate, if totally fictitious, sentence. Please be advised, Trial by Wine may include explicit or disturbing content and will include drunken rambling. Listener discretion is advised. All right, how are we?
Wonderful.
Yes, very well. Very well indeed. Yourself?
Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shell-shocked after our last episode. We're doing a back-to-back because Swanee's going away soon for a little break. That was an interesting and very disturbing story. If you listened to last week and you're here now listening to this, then yes, I also feel that was a very disturbing story.
Absolutely.
Oof. But, onward and upward. We do. It's comedy and crime, and sometimes the crime overweighs the comedy. Yeah.
In some ways, it was informative too. Like we learnt lots
A lot
of
of
new
gynecological stuff.
terminologies.
We did.
We learnt code pink.
Did you
Yes.
learn that you can have a partial hysterectomy? See, I didn't know that until like last year. I
Yeah.
didn't know about that. You can have bits taken out, not all of it. And you realise when I said everything from the neck up, I kind of meant from the beginning of the uterus up, the neck of the
Womb.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross. I don't want to talk about it.
I
Isn't that
should-
immature? That's such an immature thing for me to say, but oh.
Ew, gross. I don't want to think
Yeah,
about my own
well,
anatomy. Ew,
I know, yeah,
I know. So any news in the intervening moments between last episode and now?
The tutor was a success.
Yes. That's good news.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Tutoring in what? Math?
Yeah, it was actually. Surprise, surprise. in our house.
I'm not doing
I'm surprised
that.
I couldn't help them, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you're getting them to transcribe everything so that you can learn from it yourself later.
Mm.
Cheap at half the
Mm,
price. Just
too
kidding.
busy
Just
for
kidding.
that.
You did math in the last episode. We heard it.
Badly. Couldn't
Yeah,
even
but
work
you
it out.
did
Was
it.
it? Could
You
it?
did it.
Did I?
Mhm.
Think you did,
I
actually, in
believe
the
so.
end. You listen
I
to it
don't.
and you'll be like, oh, she didn't.
Stewie pays attention to your mathing. I don't.
Mhm.
Oh.
He's the math monitor.
It's
Math monitor.
You've had a meeting
I said,
where
"Here
it's
she
math where it
goes."
goes. Yeah.
She's going to give it a crack, and she did.
Oh. Then I second guessed myself. Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose we should introduce ourselves. I'm Schmitty.
I'm Swanee.
And I'm Clarky. And together we are
Trial by
Wine.
And what are we drinking?
Coke
Back on
Zero.
Another
Yeah.
Coke Zero? Yeah. Well, you need another one because you.
It was
earned
the same one, actually. I forgot.
I
to tell
know,
them.
but you talked you talked for a long time because you
I
told
know.
the story. So you need a little drink.
I'm all right. I'm fine.
All right, boys, you still on the
we're on the
Red
Craw.
Craw? Red Craw?
Yeah.
Right, cool. I'm still on the Baileys.
Nice.
She's been delicious, even if that
Oh, that's good.
lovely creamy goodness is curdling in my gut at the thought of our last story. But apart from that, all good. So, Clarky, do you have a little story for us?
I
Right.
do.
What have you got?
In the
Tell
the immortal words of ABBA, I do.
I do.
Um,
You're going a
straight into
Madonna
my-
reference with the Immaculate
Yeah, I was nearly
Conception.
going to. That was a trivia
Oh.
quiz the trivia
Mhm.
question last night. Anyway, so my sources are news.com.au, abc.com.au, The Queenslander, msn.com, and I've got news.com. So I can't work out if I actually did go to news.com or if I just forgot to do a .au and actually
AU.
doubled up on the first source. Anyway, let's go with I used news.com as well.
I know that we at times go across the whole world, but I do enjoy the fact that, Clarky, you do have a propensity for Australian stories. And I'm
And
assuming from your sources that this is an Australian story,
Yeah, I mean, it crosses international borders,
right?
but I think
And
it's
she's the
important
US girl.
because
Yeah.
we've done.
Trying to keep it away from
yeah,
here. I
yeah.
don't want another fucking Wiggers.
I think it's important to show the world that they're
plenty
not
of
the
shit that
only
happens
ones with
here.
crazy.
Fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like to do. I do a bit of UK, a bit of US.
You're quite
bit of
UK,
everywhere.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
UK's
Yeah.
sort of. I like to look there.
It's
But
more
yeah.
your wheelhouse.
I like it.
Today's case is one of modern slavery.
Oh God.
So, not that kind of slavery you hear about in history books where a person, the slave, is considered by law to be the property or chattel of their master and deprived of most of the rights ordinarily held by free people. No. This is
Chattel, you mean
modern
like women up until
slavery.
the 1960s? Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
No, this is modern slavery.
Hmm.
The illegal practice where a person, the slave, is deprived of most of the rights ordinarily held by free people.
Hmm.
Do you see the difference?
No.
That's right. One was legal and one is not. It's exactly the same, except that modern slavery is illegal. Slavery back in the day was legal.
Right.
Yes.
It was
wrong, but yes.
yeah, correct. I'm not saying
Morally
it
corrupt
was
and wrong,
yeah,
but yes,
exactly right, but
legally
it was legal.
considered all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. So the victim in this story had her name withheld for legal reasons. I'm not sure what the legal reasons were, and I did try to find them. But for the purpose of this story, it's really not important, other than for you to know that when I call her Jane, it's not her real name.
Probably so that people don't go after her. But okay.
It's not my name. It's not my name.
They call me Stacey. They call me Al. They call me him. But
They
not
call me
Jane.
her. That's not my name.
But not Jane, because that's not my name. That's not my name.
Yep. So, yes, that's
a good
exactly
song.
that. So anyway, I'm going to get confused a lot as I say this because Jane met Chi Kit Chong, which I always go to read as Cheech and Chong. So, so you might catch me out doing that a bit later. But anyway.
When you said always go to, I was like, how often are you reading that when you meant just in the story? It's like, I'm not often reading that.
Every time I come across a Cheekit-chon, I just think Cheech and
Oh,
Chong.
Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and
Every
Chong.
time.
Oh, again, another
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
10th
God,
time today.
Have you not heard that? You haven't been hanging out in Malaysia enough.
I was going to say, we're not
No.
very good at Asian names, in fairness, yeah.
So Jane met Chi Kit Chong, a.k.a. Cheech and Chong,
Cheech and
in a
Chong.
church. Chi Kit Chong, Cheech and Chong in a church in Malaysia
And
in
is
2015.
Cheech Chong a bad person, so it's all right for us to laugh about them and call them Cheech and Chong?
Let's just go with Cheech and Chong is not the victim.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
but
you
it's
can
someone.
tell me later
All right,
if
okay.
Cheech and
Okay.
Chong is a bad person.
Okay, all right.
So they met in a church in Malaysia in 2015 and they instantly connected. Jane was a pastor at the church. Jane, that's not my name,
Okay.
That's
was
not
a
my
pastor
name.
at the church.
That's not
and-
my name.
Correct. The Ting Tings. Which makes that song even more ridiculous. Who sung it? The Ting
The Ting
Tings.
Tings, yeah.
What? Jane, that's not my name, was a pastor at the church, and Cheech and Chong was a parishioner. Their relationship was like that of a mother and son. Presumably not the Ruth Cracknell and Gary McDonald from the
I thought
cracking
Cheech
Aussie
and Chong was
show,
going to be a woman.
Mother and son.
So
type mother
Cheech and Chong
son.
was a man. I thought it
I
was going
just
to be a
didn't think
woman.
they would
Sorry.
have such a big age
Cheech.
difference that we're thinking about mother and son relationship.
It's exactly
mother?
what we're
Who's the
thinking
son?
about. Well,
Jane's the
Cheech and
mother.
Chong is the man. Jane
Right.
is
She's the,
the
So
woman.
Jane's older.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
She's the
That's not her name,
Well,
by the
Ruth
way.
Cracknell would have
Minister.
just
What is
been
she?
owning the situation. There's no way
Correct.
she would have got caught in a
Yes.
modern slavery conversation. Yeah.
Hence,
Arthur, perhaps, but not her.
that type. Yeah, I say Arthur.
And I'm sorry,
Anyway.
the modern version, as much as I like the actors in it, was nowhere near as good.
Oh, I don't even think I watched it.
Didn't even entertain it.
Yeah.
Didn't entertain me either.
Chi Chin Chong
Mm.
was married to Angie Liao, Liaw. I'm going to go Liao.
Yeah.
That
And the
sounds
two
good.
were planning to move to Australia at some point. Chi had money problems and would regularly ask Jane for assistance.
Mm-mm.
Jane used all of her money trying to help Chi and eventually had to get money from her family and church members to continue assisting him. It's that kind of mother and son relationship.
Old lady
20
feels sorry for young man, gives him money,
Yeah, and then goes asking
and then hits on
her
family to help
parishioners
him.
for
Yeah.
money.
And others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In 2017,
Charity does start at
Chi
home.
and Angie moved to Melbourne and asked Jane to come and live with them, which she did. She and Angie married in September and then returned to Malaysia. They did not tell Jane they were doing this and left her homeless in Melbourne.
Oh. And she kept
Oh.
saying, "It's not my name. It's not my name."
That's right.
Yeah.
Why is everyone calling me Jane? That's not my name.
It's homeless Jane. That's not my name.
No, it's not
This is what
Stacey
happens.
either.
No, and it's not
It's
Hal
not
or
Hal.
her.
It's
Or
not
her.
Mary Jo Lisa.
No.
Always the same. That's not my name.
How many times have you been incorrectly called Mary Jo Lisa? Always the same. Like, how is it ever always the same? Yeah, anyway.
It's like Cheek Chong being called Cheech and
Jesus,
Chong.
that's closer. I digress, but goodness me, those lyrics. Anyway.
Also, what is your name? If you're not going to clear that up, it's going to
I
keep
don't think
happening.
we ever find out.
It will be always the same. In January 2022, Jane was vulnerable. She was homeless,
She sure was, poor
on
thing.
a tourist visa with little income and isolated from her family in Malaysia. She was living and working at an op shop when
Should she have been living and working on an op shop on a tourist visa? Sorry, I hate to be the immigration here, but something's
Which
not right.
op shop? I hope that wasn't Vinnie's or Salvo's. Also, she was living and working at an op shop.
Yes, living upstairs, I believe.
I feel like this must
I'm
be
not
an
saying she was
independent-
living and working legally in an
No.
op
Right.
shop. I mean,
Okay.
the church
Right,
wouldn't
right,
get
right.
If
involved
she's on a
in
tourist visa, she's not.
those kind of illegalities. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Anyway, that is not the crime. It is a crime. It is not the crime. Chi asked her to come and assist his family for a month after their second child was born.
What, after they'd already left her?
Yeah. Yep, because they're back now. And so, hey, Mum, do you want to come and give me a hand? So no doubt she would have been grateful for the opportunity to move in with the couple and help in exchange for a roof over her head.
Could I ask a quick question? Is
Sure.
Chi of Chinese descent?
Malaysian. So,
Okay. And is Jane Malaysian as well?
yes.
Right, so they're both
But that's not her
Malaysian.
name, so she
No, I
probably
know
has
that.
a
I
more
know that. That's why I'm
Malaysian
asking.
name.
That's why I was asking. I was just wondering because for some reason I thought she might have been Malay and he was Chinese. But
Yeah,
it might
no,
be
they were all three of them Malay.
with Malay. Okay, right.
Yeah. So
Good.
Chi openly described her being Jane to other people as their maid or helper. And of course, as the live-in maid, Chi expected her to provide domestic services. He accused Jane of causing an issue around his work credit card and demanded that she work off the supposed debts.
This poor woman.
Now,
don't like where this is headed.
whilst you might be able to see where this is going, yes, correct.
I can't, but I don't like it.
I think that we can all agree that there's a possible view that at this point that says Chi and Angie were being very supportive of Jane's situation. She now had a roof over her head and was being fed.
Hang on a minute.
I wasn't thinking that. No.
So that was not what I was thinking at all. They took her from being
No.
a pastor in Malaysia, where she probably had people around her to support her, to abandoning her in Melbourne as a
Yes.
basically almost an illegal, like she was a tourist visa, where she was very vulnerable. And then they said, come back and look after our baby and do all our housework for us, you bad lady.
So this bit's important because of the defence later. So you
Okay.
can go, righto, we had a kid, it needed some help. She was homeless. We asked her to come and live with us and we all played happy
Homeless because
families.
of us,
She was
but
a
yeah,
live-in
sure.
maid.
Yep.
So,
Just neglect to point out that she was homeless.
she now had a
because of
roof
us.
over her head and was
Aren't
being
we
fed.
charitable? Aren't we good? Mm.
Much better than being homeless. Or
Of
was
which
it?
we were responsible for.
Well, it's not
in the
even
first
it's not
place.
even true to say that they were responsible for it. She's come out to Australia. They've gone back. She didn't. She
They
couldn't afford
abandoned
to.
her.
Well, they weren't. They were never responsible for her on that visit to Australia. So
Why
they
did
said
she
to her,
come
"Come
to
with us."
Australia?
Well, they said,
Because
"Come
they said,
with
come
us,"
with us. That's
but
right.
they didn't
They are
say, "We will
responsible.
take care of you and we'll bring you
Oh,
back."
fuck off. They're responsible. Anyway, all right.
So
Let's see how this plays out.
the or was it bit is, you see, if Jane failed at her duties, and by failed I mean
did
didn't
nasty
complete them
things.
to
Mhm.
Chi's
Here we go.
satisfaction,
Cheech and Chong, yeah.
Cheech and Chong's satisfaction, he would often hit or kick Jane or punish her by telling her that she could not eat or sleep that day.
Oh, no, that all seems fair.
That's about you with your domestics, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we can all agree at this point there's a viewpoint that says they're being very supportive of Jane. I think we're past that now.
Yes.
Yes, Yes.
What
Now, I
a
can't be...
load of old shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, I can't be sure of this, but I imagine that Cheech and Chong wasn't clear or consistent about the standards, whatever task he would be becoming angry about, giving him a license to react over whatever poor performance Jane may have been guilty of that day. So not, sweep all of the floors, make sure you go under the rug, make sure you get everything out of the corners. It would be sweep the floors, no, you didn't do this bit, or, there's just any reason at all that he feels like he'll just go off at.
Oh, he's just a prick.
Now, when I have team members who exhibit poor performance at work, I start by clarifying expectations and discussing where they
kicking?
fell short, not kicking them or punching them or any of that, not telling them they can't eat that day or can't sleep that night. Now, this may be done over one or a series of meetings, depending on how long it takes to rectify the issue. Chi had a very different way of managing poor performance. Some of his management techniques included kicking Jane in the head or hitting her with a vacuum cleaner. At one point, she was
must
so...
have been doing a really shit job.
We're talking about the pole of the vacuum cleaner, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Because the actual, like my Miller, if you picked up the body of that and whacked me with it, I'm not getting up in a hurry. It's
I
quite
don't think it was
solid.
like hammer throwing the vacuum cleaner whack by the cord.
What a bastard. Mm.
Yeah. So at one point, she was so disrespectful to Chi
Oh
that
my
she fell asleep while massaging.
Was that when
his
he said you can't sleep for a week because you haven't done blah? Yeah.
So she fell asleep. This is how disrespectful she is.
Whilst
She fell asleep whilst
massaging his
massaging his legs.
Mm-hmm.
So he knocked her head into a wall. Can you imagine when you've got somebody massaging your legs and they fall asleep? That is
So disrespectful.
that's next level disrespectful.
I don't think I like this man very much.
This man needs such a kicking. I'm so hating him. That Clarky playing this as that she's the problem. That's why I'm laughing. Because we all know she's not the problem here.
Correct.
And if we were not doing a virtual
Apology.
kind of recording of this, there'd be a lot more heated discussion, I think, if we're all in
Yes.
one room. But right now we're aware that he's just baiting us, and that's why I'm laughing like a hysterical crone.
Correct. So thank you for reacting at that point. That was exactly what I needed. Because obviously this is tongue-in-cheek. I assume that poor
horrendous.
Jane was
Yeah.
so tired from sleepless days, possibly not eating,
So much abuse.
and maybe even being
Yeah.
overworked. And she's probably sitting there exhausted. And he's going, you can't go to bed. You need to massage my legs. Anyway,
God knows what else he's got her to do. I just want to
And where's
let me
the
tell
wife?
you.
flay him. I want to flay him, I tell you. Yeah, go on.
She's got kids. Chi banned Jane from eating certain foods, and at one point said that she
Like
could
all
only
of them?
eat
Water?
Weet-Bix.
Oh,
So for
God.
those who don't know Weet-Bix are a bland cereal biscuit that are typically eaten with milk. Sometimes they're fancied up with honey or fruit, maybe some sugar.
Oh,
And
they're
if you're a
called
little
Weetabix in
crazy,
the UK.
like yeah, exactly right, yes. And if you're a little crazy like my sister and I, you might eat them with peanut butter, or apricot jam and butter, creating an incredibly claggy
Wacky.
sensation in your mouth. Presumably, Jane got the soggy milk version with none of the fancy trimmings. At times, Jane was even made to sleep on the stairs.
They have Weet-Bix in the USA, so, you know,
Great,
given
everyone
most
knows
of
what
our
they are then.
most of our listeners are from the USA
Weet-Bix
and
literate.
Australia and the UK.
They
They're
might not have
Weet-Bix
them in
literate, yeah.
Germany.
Oh, there's only 4 listeners in Germany, but we love you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dankeschön.
Thank
At
you. Yeah, absolutely.
At times, Jane was even made to sleep on the stairs or inside the garage rather than in her bedroom.
Hey, sorry, where are we again? Are we back in Malaysia or Melbourne? We're back
we're
in
in
Melbourne.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's cold. A garage is, I'm guessing, not been fit
Oh.
for purpose. It's going to be awful. Oh,
It's either hot or cold. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Chances are it's not,
not
a beautiful.
insulated. It's not
Correct. Converted into a live-in garage.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Not made to manage
You're
our
on the concrete.
environment. You're on the concrete. Jeepers, creepers. I just want to punch this man in the face so hard. Yep. Okay.
Fuck, I hope he gets
Jane
his.
was also not allowed to leave the home without the company of Chi. And if she needed medical help after his assaults, she would have been accompanied by Chi to go to the doctor. Now,
Sorry, if she needs medical, like he's beating her to the point where she needs medical help.
yeah.
Nice.
You know,
And
not
do you
like-
have any information as to whether or not the doctors are aware that... Does she speak English?
I don't know. I'm assuming a little bit because she was working in the op shop, but I think he's going with her to the doctor's appointment.
To control whatever the
correct,
conversation
control
is,
the
yeah.
conversation. Yeah. Anyway, all of this happened between January and October 2022. It came to an end on October the 7th when
Good.
Jane escaped the home and
go
sought
Jane,
medical
run.
help at St Vincent's Hospital.
Okay, great.
Staff there identified
Immediately said,
injuries.
you've been beaten up and you are vulnerable. Good. And by the
Staff-
way,
Did they?
St Vincent's top-notch. Yep, go on.
It is a very good hospital.
I hope you're right.
It's a top-notch
Yeah.
hospital. Yeah,
Oh.
it is.
Yeah. So staff there identified injuries including a grossly swollen ear, laceration to her foot, swelling in her legs, and indicators of malnutrition. All the
Jesus.
things that we've discussed.
Good.
She had bruises and injuries on her leg and ears at the time. Healthcare workers reported her situation to the police, and Cheech and Angie were arrested.
Good. Can I just go back one step? So she
Yeah.
escaped. Did she go straight to hospital? How did she get to hospital?
She did. Yeah. She
just went straight to hospital. Right.
caught
Okay.
a cab. I don't know, Ubered it.
Lived around the corner. Okay. I wasn't sure if she
Hitched.
went somewhere and someone looked at her and went, oh my God, and
Yeah.
took her to hospital.
No,
Right.
I think my understanding is that she went there by herself, possibly caught the train, not as part of the big build in Victoria,
Or
just
the tram.
the normal train. Bus. She probably bussed it. She was charged with intentionally possessing a slave and 3 counts of common assault. While
That all?
While Angie was accused of assisting or encouraging the slavery offence.
Good.
Both Chi and Angie were given bail in the lead up to the trial, but in
And
a
they
karmic
fucked off.
twist, Chi was
Oh.
evicted from his Point Cook home after he was arrested and the charges were reported to the media.
She ran away
So
from Point Cook
Then
and ended up
he
in St.
became
Vincent's.
homeless. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was
That's quite
the
a
shitty
distance.
train that she got or the bus.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
She got the train in. Yeah.
Both Mr. Chong and Miss Liao had been required to hand over their identity documents as part of the bail conditions and no longer had any photographic identification. And without ID, Mr. Chong had been unable to apply for rentals through any estate agents. So not only did he lose his home, he then couldn't apply
He couldn't
for them
get
because
anywhere
he didn't
else.
have ID.
Yeah. Good.
So this meant they had to return to court to alter their bail conditions multiple times as they changed their home addresses throughout this period. As well as having to move home multiple times, hopefully giving them some small indication of what Jane must have felt prior to moving in
Nothing
with
like
them.
it.
No.
Fucking nothing
I mean,
like it.
hopefully, but yes, that's right. The case went to court in March 2026, so only a couple of months ago. By this stage, Jane had died of unrelated terminal
Oh,
cancer in
God.
2024 at the
It's
age
not
of 61.
unrelated. It's not unrelated. The stress she would have experienced could have caused her cancer. I'm blaming them.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, in a trial by wine fact,
Or-
it's completely related to
Or
the
45
slavery.
years of smoking, one or the other. But, hey,
Yeah,
whatever.
That's right. Yeah. So her recorded interview with police in 2022 was played to the jury. Jane described that when she moved back in with Cheech and Chong and Angie in 2022, her relationship with Chi changed from a mother-son type relationship. He was the master and I was the maid, she said. The court heard that Jane was expected to cook, clean, massage Chi's legs and wake him up for work. Swanee, God knows what Angie was doing at this point. Presumably, she was a beneficiary of the cooking and cleaning, but not the leg massages nor the morning wake-ups.
She was at the personal trainer and then Pilates.
Yeah,
Leaving them to
nice.
get on with it.
Well played, yes. So the prosecutor, Mr. Ginsburg, told the court that Chi controlled her life, including her freedom of movement, welfare, sleep, food, and medical care. He acted as if he owned Jane.
Owned her. Yeah.
In interview with police, Chi and Liao, Cheech and Chong and Angie, for those of you who know them better, had told them that they'd taken Jane in because she was homeless and they'd felt sorry for her. However, they denied that she was forced to work or assaulted. They denied limiting her access to food and said they'd paid for her expenses. Michelle Richards was called as a witness in the trial. She was a clinical care coordinator working for CoHealth, a non-profit healthcare organisation in Laverton, which is near Point Cook for those of you who don't know Melbourne. She had seen Jane on the 29th of August 2022. She said she arrived at work about 8:30 a.m, noticing a woman of Asian descent seated on a bench outside the community centre. Later the same morning, Miss Richards said she saw the woman in a clinical room, noticing the woman appeared to be unshowered and have several layers of clothing on. She advised me she was wearing everything she possessed at the time, the nurse said. Miss Richards said the woman disclosed she'd overstayed after arriving on a tourist visa and had been homeless for a time, but was residing with a family in Point Cook. The woman, who cannot be named for legal reasons, said, this is meaning Jane, said she had she'd been providing support to the family, including through cooking, cleaning and caring for the children in exchange for a roof over her head. Miss Richards told the jury the woman said she was not allowed to leave the house and had been assaulted by the family, but that it was her fault. She said she observed a number of injuries on the woman during their consultation. Jane was very withdrawn and she didn't disclose a lot of detail around the assaults. She had stated that she hit her head into a wall. From my recollection, she didn't disclose a specific individual that had done that to her. When Miss Richards was questioned as to whether Jane described who had led the assaults against her, she said that Jane said she deserved it and that no specifics were given. She just made reference to the fact that she was not able to do what she had previously done because of her health.
Oh, God. Poor woman.
Miss Richards told the jury that the woman said she'd been dropped off outside the centre at 6:30 a.m. by someone on their way to work. In response, Barrister Diana Price for Cheech and Chong said there was no dispute the woman had moved in with the family around the birth of her client's child and would sometimes assist at the home. She said there was no dispute her client had some financial constraints and the woman would help out. But, Ms. Price said, it was denied she was forced to work off a debt or that her client had assaulted the woman or restricted her food and sleep. Hence the point earlier about how, at this point, they've just invited her in to come and help with the baby and we'll look after you. The barrister asked jurors to keep an open mind and consider whether the woman's contributions to the house were anything different to what you might expect in a family of 3 adults and 2 children. Swanee, you're the closest one to of us of the 3 of us to
3
a family
children,
like that.
yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you say in answer to this question?
I don't think that sounds much like our house, no.
Cooking, cleaning, probably not leg massages.
No.
In terms
Maybe
of what Swanee needs to do you mean?
Yeah,
Swanee
like-
as the primary
yeah.
caregiver /
Yeah.
mother.
That
You'd be
sounds
doing
like
all
my
of that,
job.
wouldn't you?
Do you
So
wake
it's-
them up? Do you give them massages?
No. Definitely
Or
not.
when they were little? No.
Oh, the kids. Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. What's your question? Sorry, I don't quite understand. Am I?
Is this a normal setup? Is that the argument is this is a normal setup, right?
So the barrister is saying
Not
to the
being beaten.
jurors,
The
Have
normal
you-
set.
Have you not asked your mother, to come over and then beat her when she doesn't massage your husband's
No,
legs
that's-
appropriately? I mean, that's kind of
it's kind of that.
that's the equivalent, yeah.
The barrister asked jurors to keep an open mind and consider whether the
I don't
woman's
think Sandy would
contributions
stand
to
for
the
that for a
house
second.
No.
Yeah,
were anything different to what you might expect in a family of 3 adults and 2 children.
there you go. With her
Oh.
contributions.
That was
Is Sandy made to stand in a garage all night and not sleep if she doesn't do something? No.
Absolutely not.
I find
No.
this. I find this repugnant because
It
I've
doesn't
always,
even matter if it was family member. Like, I mean, I have been in situations where we've had helpers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you would never do that to someone. It's just wrong.
it's
also
massive
criminal.
gaslighting.
The woman was
Yeah.
60 something, right? She was an older lady. I mean, I've always thought that Asian
just abusing her.
cultures were nicer to older people and looked after them, not the
They're supposed to
opposite
be.
I
of
think they are, but you do get assholes.
not Cheech and Chong.
Not Cheech and
Yeah.
Chong. Mm.
So Diana Price also asked the jury to keep in mind questions of credibility and reliability, suggesting there may have been reasons for the woman to exaggerate, embellish, or even say things that are untrue.
Except that the St Vincent's Hospital found that her physical state supported all of these things, so shut up. Mhm.
bearing in mind Jane, not her real name, is dead and unable to
To speak for
speak
herself.
that's
in
right.
relation to any of this.
And at the time that they found her, she had wounds that were appropriate to what this testimony was. Did she not?
Yeah, there's connections.
So
Absolutely.
shut your face. That's right.
Daniel
Shut your
Gurvich,
face. Shut your
uh,
face.
for Angie, told jurors that they would not be hearing much from him over the course of the trial because there was very little evidence that
Don't
related
mind
to
me.
his client.
I'm
just
here to.
here. Yeah, I'm just here to listen.
That's
Here,
going to
get
be
a
the best
vibe.
defense ever. My client wasn't there, so you won't hear much from me because she really didn't have anything to do
Don't
with
mind
anything.
me. Don't mind
Yep.
me.
I'm not going to say nothing because
I'm
nothing
gonna say the way.
happened. There's no
Eh,
evidence.
This literally, I've got nothing to say.
I'm
Yeah.
holding the whole court in contempt.
I don't even know why I'm here. I'm charging
Yeah,
you all
that's
for
right.
being here.
Anyone?
Cameron Fry.
That's right. yeah, Bueller. He asked the jury
Bueller.
to consider what Angie actually did, suggesting the evidence did not show his client intentionally assisted in the alleged slavery offence.
Well, she didn't
jury-
stop it.
The jury retired to deliberate on their decision on May 15 after hearing 6 weeks of evidence. So we're talking a month ago.
Shit. 6
And
weeks of evidence. A lot.
Yeah, 6
Wow.
weeks. And returned with a guilty verdict to the slavery charge.
Yes.
Cheech and Chong was also found guilty of one count of assault, although he was acquitted of the other 2 counts. He was remanded in custody and will return to court for a pre-sentence hearing in June. I believe not before the 17th of June, which is today. Let me just Googleize it for a last-minute update. Okay, so I can still comfortably say he's still waiting his pre-sentence hearing
Oh,
in
well, we can
June.
sentence him.
Chong's wife Angie
Allegedly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there was no case for her to answer due to a lack of evidence to support the charge. So
As
she
it
wasn't.
turns out, her lawyer was right when he said, "You won't
Yeah.
hear much
But
from me because
don't
I've
mind
got
me.
nothing
Don't
to
you
say."
It's actually quite interesting that it went to trial when there's no evidence, and even the defense lawyer is going, "This is just a load of shit. I'm not even going to say anything." But Judge Michael Cale said there was no case. Blah blah blah. Sorry, I
Piss
missed that bit.
off.
He found her
That
not
might
guilty of the
be
offence.
what our court found, but the reality is she lived in the house. She must have witnessed the behaviour. She didn't call
Oh.
anyone. She didn't
Well,
report it.
what did Jane say? She must have said in her statement whether or not Angie.
It sounds
been
like
party.
Jane
Well-
positioned everything at being about him because
I
her
think
relationship
so.
had been with him.
I
Oh,
don't
right.
think Angie was
Remember,
beating her or
They had a
controlling.
mother and son relationship.
Yeah.
No, she might not have been, but she didn't stop it from happening.
No, I agree. But what I'm saying is that I don't think Jane, not her real name, spoke about Angie
Yeah.
committing any crimes against her. I think she said it was all Cheech and Chong. So, and therefore there was no evidence. The guiding principle in my mind about why I'm calling him Cheech and Chong is if we've got to call her Jane, not her real name, for legal reasons.
Also,
can
his first name
call
was Chi and his
him
last name's Chong,
Cheech
so
and
it's very
Chong
close.
for comedic reasons.
It is very
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Chikit John.
Cheech Chong, Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, it's close enough. Yeah.
Close enough.
I don't
So
know. I'm
anyway,
sure we've offended everybody by just using that name for someone else because we can't pronounce someone's name anyway.
I
So
Oh, we
mean,
can
you know,
pronounce
It's
it. We're
who we-
choosing. He's an asshole. We're
Oh,
being
yeah.
mean because he's an asshole.
He is an
because he
asshole.
deserves it.
Yeah.
And so that's the point. That's why I did feel comfortable doing this story pre-sentence. And the reality is that as in every episode, it's our job to do the real sentencing anyway. So if you had the power, which you do, what sentence would you impose?
He needs to be someone's bitch is what he needs to be.
It does.
Maybe in
Yes.
prison. He's just a little gopher.
Mary Jo Lisa's bitch.
Yes. I don't like hearing stories like that. It's really awful.
No, these stories are upsetting because
Yeah.
fucking hell. Like,
I think sometimes it's just this little thing that's just happening in suburbia. I don't know if it is suburbia, but I'm
it
assuming
is
it's kind of-
suburbia. Point
Yeah.
Cook, totally suburbia.
And you just
yep.
think, oh my God, under the radar, no one really knows.
That's what he thought.
People are kind of not, I don't know if they're part
That's
of a
the
community
point about
or
how
not.
vulnerable
Just
the
so-
woman
yes.
was.
It's
Yeah.
awful.
I've isolated her now. She's got no one to
Yes.
help her, so fuck her.
Yep.
Like, he could have actually had her living in the house and doing some nice things to help out, and they could have all lived happily ever after.
She was
Absolutely.
unwell. She died of cancer. She probably had. When did she die of cancer, by the way? You said like 2000.
2024, maybe?
Yeah. So in 2022, when he was beating her, she would have had symptoms of
Oh.
cancer probably at that point. She was getting more and more tired. She couldn't do stuff. Instead of looking
She
at her
couldn't
going,
even massage legs properly.
you don't,
I know,
fe-
what
you
an
don't
excuse.
You
Cancer.
don't seem
Get on the
yourself. How
job.
are you? Instead, I'm going to pick up the vacuum cleaner pole and beat you with it. I mean, fuck's sake, this man is a monster.
He's like a mini
Parading as
monster.
some kind of,
Aren't I a nice guy? I brought you to this
yes,
country and
yes.
I'll look after you. You can be part of my
Totally,
family.
family.
You can be the grandmother they haven't got here while I treat you like
Shit.
worse than shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Ruth Cracknell
honestly.
wouldn't have had it.
Oh, take a stick to him, honestly, because I feel like Ruth Cracknell, as in Mother and Son, would have picked up her walking stick and given him a beating. And he'd deserve it.
Correct.
And I'm sorry, I know that there's not enough evidence to say that Angie has done anything wrong, but Angie lived in the house and saw this happening and didn't intervene. So in my mind, legally or otherwise, morally, she's done the wrong thing. So Angie
Yeah.
needs to really have a think about her responsibility here and sit in a room with that for a while until she feels very overcome with her own guilt. And then she has to process her own guilt because that could be quite, a bit of a process for people.
I could imagine a virtual reality kind of program where it's called, At What Point Would You Report? And instead of watching this stuff happen to others, it happens to you. Would you report it now? Like, you just got whacked in the head by a vacuum cleaner pole. Would you report that? No. Whack. What about
Let's
now?
assume she saw that, though. I mean, in some ways,
I mean, when you're seeing her bruised,
well, if she's wearing track pants, you might not see her bruise. But I just would have seen an older lady shuffling around and looking unwell and been like, "You okay? Take a load off, have a rest."
You're all right, love.
You're
have you
all
got
right.
cancer?
Well, I mean, she could well
You're
have
acting
had.
like you've got cancer.
Yeah, that's right.
Do your
I don't know.
job.
I
Oh,
don't
you
think a lot of
attention
people know
seeker.
what
Go
the
and do the
symptoms of cancer
dishes.
look like.
You want to get back on the streets? Yeah.
I think if you see her falling asleep, massaging your husband's legs,
symptom of cancer,
you could
100%.
possibly go, we need to do something. Do you want to go and sleep in your bed rather
I
than
agree.
in
Go
your
to bed.
preferred position of the garage or the
But you
stairs?
just stand in the
You know
garage
what?
for the
Angie
next
is probably
12
just
hours.
thinking, oh, I don't want to fucking do it. I'll just let her get on with that. That was a shit job. I don't want to massage his leg. I know she would just go,
that's
I'm just going to be quiet and not look at that. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just
Well, that's
walking
bearing in
through.
mind.
That is the worst case scenario.
Bearing in mind that
says,
Angie's been deemed innocent by due to lack of evidence.
due to lack of evidence,
Yes.
she was in the house, and I think that going back to my point about morally, Angie probably has something to answer for, even if legally we haven't got enough evidence to convict her.
Yeah, I think that's spot on.
Mm.
Yeah.
So she needs to have a good, hard look at herself, and maybe
Walking around the house with her blinkers on.
Maybe someone should
I saw nothing.
pull out the old Miele vacuum cleaner pole and
You're a fucking
when
whack.
she's not looking, she gets the odd whack. Yeah. Wake up to yourself, Angie. Wake up.
Oh, God.
I don't know why you do that. I reckon you'd have more sort of leverage with a broomstick or something. I think getting attached, I think, would complicate
It's quite
things for me.
heavy.
Yeah.
No, I assume you
It was
uh,
mid-task, probably.
detach it.
Oh.
Not just the metal bit that pulls out. That'd be bloody painful to be whacked with that,
Oh,
I
how
reckon. You know what I
disgusting.
mean? The extendy bit. No, good.
What goes
As
on
for
behind
him,
closed doors?
I know.
Honestly.
As for him,
Peasant world, peasant world, peasant world.
Nice.
I mean, sure, you could send him to peasant world, but I feel more like one of my first sentences By the way, this is our 250th episode, Swanee.
Oh, God.
I feel old. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep massaging Stu's
It has
legs.
been going on. It has been.
200.
Is it going on for that long?
Yep.
Oh, my
What a
God.
load of carry-on. Hasn't our listenership
Waiting for another
grown?
pandemic. Waiting for another
It
pandemic.
has. You don't appreciate our listenership because, well, episode 1 was like huge because Clarky shared it to all of his people.
Mhm.
And we had like 500 downloads, and then we had like 30. And then, but we have had.
They loved it.
I loved it for 5 minutes, and then it died down. But we actually have people we don't know who listen to it.
Oh, my God.
Repeatedly?
What's wrong with you?
Yes, we have people who repeatedly listen to it who don't know us. And as we speak, firstly, we've had, Swanee, this is going to upset you. These 250 episodes have been, and we haven't even launched the last 5, have been downloaded 31,500 times. We've had 31,500 downloads, which, for a podcast that doesn't try, we are quite good. 846 in the last 30 days. Again, like not enough to monetize ourselves, but, not too, right?
Yeah.
And yesterday we had 20 downloads. What day is it today? That's good for a Tuesday. 138 in the last 7 days. Like,
Do you know where they come from?
Australia's ahead at the moment. Come on, United States, you're losing. In this, because it varies, right? Sometimes it's more the other way, but currently we have 376 downloads in Australia and 310 in the United States. And then Germany, you're right, we've had 53 downloads, and then
Germany's
Kong.
there.
Hong Kong and then Canada.
Oh.
To
So
be
there you
fair,
go.
in the last, 3 months, Pauline Hanson has skyrocketed in popularity. We haven't.
We're not right wing enough. We're not
That's
right
right.
wing enough.
We're
Oh
not
my God.
outrageous enough. We don't make ridiculous statements enough.
Oh, I think we just.
and we
I
make
just-
plenty.
We make plenty of ridiculous statements, but I couldn't. I can't be like her. I can't do it. Anyway, back to this case. Pauline would like to limit immigration.
Multiculturalism, she's going to end it, she said.
She's going to end the SBS, is what I heard. No more SBS, no more
She's going
multiculturalism.
to end multiculturalism. What do you mean is that? What does that mean? You've got a country full of multiple cultures.
I'm sorry. I think it means assimilation, and we're all on the White Australia policy again.
It sounds
I think
very
that's what it is.
ethnic cleansing.
It'll be ethnic cleansing if you can't conform, and if you don't say what is it? I can't even say it.
But you've got different
All
skin
right,
colour.
true, blue, whatever it is. If you're all
G'day,
William-
mate.
G'day, mate.
Hey, copper.
Hey, copper. Yeah, it's a code. If you can't say, cut it out, Sheila, then, you're
That's
not
right.
Aussie enough, right?
Yeah.
And therefore, you're out. I don't know.
Football, meat pies, kangaroos, and Holden cars. Do you remember that song?
Please, I've got a Holden car, so I must be okay.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's keeping me in this Aryan race of hers. It's the only thing keeping me okay. Swanee, get rid of the Mercedes.
We're all going to have red hair.
Back to our Cheech and Chong
Yes.
story.
I digressed.
You wanted to send it a peasant world. I kind of feel like Trial by Wine is the right place. So going back to what I started to say was one of my first sentences for anyone on this show was the Coles wheel. Do you remember that? I talked about
Oh,
the
yes.
whipping
Yeah.
wheel.
Yes.
I want to put him on the whipping wheel because if he thought it was appropriate to hit her with a vacuum cleaner pole, I want him to get the switch constantly on the whipping wheel. He needs a good bottom smacking very regularly, and then no one is massaging his legs, and he has to go and stand in a cold garage, and that's where he sleeps. That's just a bit of his own medicine. In Point Cook.
I would like him to be in prison.
Okay.
And I would like him, as I said it before, I did mean it. I want him to be someone's bitch. And I want there to be no visibility on the way he's being treated. So it doesn't matter if he says, this guy's being mean to me. No one can see it. Everyone's sort of turning a blind eye to it. And then
Yeah.
he'll see what it feels like when there's no one watching and you're being treated like crap. Because you just don't
Yeah.
have to do the right thing.
Swanee just went like double down.
He's not nice. He's
No,
Oh, my
no,
dear.
hold my beer. So many times, like, I don't know, I don't want to say anything.
Not
Don't want to be
happening.
mean. This time, you, mate, are fucked. Literally
Yeah.
and
Treating an old
figuratively.
woman or, an older woman
An
like
older
that
lady, a vulnerable older
in
lady.
front of children and his wife. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
Role model.
yeah,
Correct.
it's
Yeah, it
icky,
is
icky.
awful.
It's starting. It creates a whole nother generation of people who
behave that way.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
And I know that our law didn't have anything to hold her to, but that's my problem with Angie. Is
So
that she
I-
was
Blind
there.
eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's an
The
all-seeing
blind eye.
eye that does nothing.
Maybe later she gets a cataract or two, and
Oh,
then she has a blind eye.
no.
Yeah, or two. No, what's her name? What was that lady that stabbed people in the eye?
Oh,
Oops, I did it
Oh,
again.
What was her name? Oops, I did it again. I can't remember her name.
That one. She can go and spend some time
was
at
she
Angie's
Japanese
house.
or Chinese or Korean or
Korean, I think. Yeah.
something? I can't remember her
Um,
name, but Oops, I did it again is the name of the episode. Yeah.
So-
and again and again and again.
Exactly. So I want him to go to Peasant World, and I want him to be the opposite of a modern day slave. So a slave who is actually legal, so he can
Legally
get treated
slavery,
like
yeah.
shit. And that's what happens to slaves, mate. You know, you actually
Part
have
of the
no
course,
claim.
your job role. Didn't you check
Yeah,
your job
yeah.
role?
That's your role
Exactly
that
right.
you didn't sign up to.
That's all good.
Yeah, yeah,
No one said it would
Jesus.
be fun and games.
yeah. It could be worse. I'll give you something to cry about.
Who signs up to the role of modern slave?
Yeah,
Or even historical
Nobody.
slave? Yeah.
No.
Oh, I'd love to do that. That sounds
Yeah.
grouse. Yeah.
Fab.
I think it's the
Alright.
rebrand with the word modern that gets me.
Yeah, isn't it? Like, the difference is it's illegal, like blatantly illegal.
Oh,
But there's so much of it in today's day. Like you
Yeah.
started talking about the Cambodian
Yes.
scam thing, right? That's a form of modern slavery. The people who are
it
stuck
is.
chain ganged into slavery basically doing that work. The young women who are traded across Europe in the sex slave. I
Yes.
mean that's
what about
sex
our friends
trafficking.
who've returned recently? And didn't they have? A lot of them are on charges of slavery. Did you know that? I don't know what I don't like to call them the ISIS brides, but that's what a lot of them have been charged for is actually slavery because they had slaves.
They had slaves in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting when you charge someone for having a slave in another country, in another setting,
Yeah.
versus because this story was about slavery here in Australia, which is
Yeah.
clearly illegal.
Yeah.
I don't know what the legal setting is in, I don't know where they were. Iraq, were
Syria.
they? Syria?
Syria.
What's the
I
setting?
thought they had them here too, didn't they? Or was it all
if
over
they
there?
had them here, then
That would
that's
make sense. Yeah.
totally kosher.
I thought that it might have been. Yeah. Yeah.
Ow, pain in my side. That's karma. Instant
Yes.
karma for saying that.
It's oops, I did it again.
But I think that could have been a similar thing of bringing someone from another
Yes.
country. They become very vulnerable.
Yeah.
You see,
I think
no
that's
one's
the most
looking.
common thing that happens is people.
I mean, honestly,
it's
how do
a lot
I
of
get
it's
me a
got
slave? I'd love
passports that-
one. I treat him
Yeah.
really well too. I wouldn't even hit him.
You're a nice slave.
I'd probably
Not
pay
even
him.
if they fell
I mean,
asleep
they could just
massaging
be
your legs.
indentured worker.
Oh, that's crossing.
Don't
the
you know
line.
that saying? I mean, I'm sure you would have heard it. It's like, why did your last slave die of? My
Yeah.
mum used to
Giving
say
me
all
that
the time.
kind of attitude is the
Yeah.
answer.
Unrelated terminal cancer.
Yeah. Boom,
Oh,
boom.
not,
Well
not
done,
funny, poor
Clarky.
Jane. Well, I'm sure it was related somehow.
Unrelated terminal.
Terminal, poor Jane. Not my name.
Very well done.
That's not her name.
The point being that there's a lot of slavery that still continues, and we still think about it being a historical issue. But
Yeah,
it's
correct.
still
Yes, I think
around
it's
all
not
the
that
time.
there's
or an
like
overseas
someone's got like
issue.
shackles on them, or overseas. But I think it happens in a way that's perhaps it's more like the isolation and the limiting of someone to go out and do anything that is where someone's got that power over them that they can then.
So I guess there's
It's
a
also
PSA
domestic,
for
but-
all of our listeners to keep your eyes open and keep your eyes peeled, because
Who peepers peeled?
just because keep your peepers peeled, because there may be a person, an older person in a household who's not actually the grandma, who's doing all the work and looking a bit
I'm going to
peaky.
start about a vigilante and go and like check on people in the streets. I noticed. Are you right? I
Are you
thought you were
okay?
going to say, excuse me?
Do you,
Are you
are you
related
here
to them?
voluntarily?
Yeah. Are you keeping a slave in there?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Do I need to emancipate you?
I know your
Yeah.
mum's living with you.
Trial by wine emancipations, they're going to happen. And in all honesty, to your point, Swanee,
Yeah.
there probably is a greater proliferation of this sort of stuff that happens at a suburban,
Yes.
everyday
I
level,
don't think it needs
and
to
no
be.
one
Yes.
notices.
It's because it's like nearly, because it's under the radar, and it's just, it sits somewhere between domestic violence and, slavery and whatever else. It's that sort of the grey area of just people being very badly treated.
But you wouldn't know
and then without,
because
yes, and then without the sort of community or people, the visibility for people to sort of catch it or, clock it kind of thing.
we've talked around it a little, but there is a racial thing over this, right? Because they were Malaysian.
Yeah.
If they weren't part of a Malaysian community and they were part of like an Aussie community, right? Or the people around them didn't really know them, there's no one looking out for her.
No.
It's no one going,
If they were white,
"That's
it
not-"
wouldn't have happened. That's why I don't like multiculturalism.
That's not what I'm
I
saying.
don't like it.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
No, that's what Pauline would say.
Did she
What
say
I'm
that
saying
today, did
is
she?
because they're not white, no one paid attention, is what I'm saying.
Ah,
Not-
right.
Yep.
Not because white people are right, but because white people didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah,
No one paid
possibly.
attention to her situation apart from when she went to the St. Vincent's Hospital,
Well,
where she was probably
Angie certainly
presenting
didn't.
with symptoms of terminal cancer. At that point, I'm not laughing
What'd your
about
last
it, but
slave die of?
terminal cancer.
Unrelated to
Unrelated
It's
though.
unrelated terminal cancer.
Oh my
That's
God,
right.
that's so awful.
I didn't bash the cancer into her.
Part of what isolates people is the diminished community, right?
Yeah.
So when you come to your conversation earlier about the ISIS brides,
Yeah.
there are a lot of Iraqis, Iranis, Syrians around the Broadmeadows, Roxburgh Park area, because when there was a lot of immigration and refugee people coming in looking for refugee status, that's where they went, right? Because that's where the communities were.
Yep.
So they've built a community. There's lots of people around who are in that community. They go to the same churches, they go to mosques, they do whatever. And therefore, when you build community, there's some protection in community in that someone's noticing. I can't speak for the Cheech and Chongses and the Angies whether or not they were part of any community, and therefore Jane was exceptionally isolated in her situation.
Yeah.
And the more we say, let's cancel multiculturalism and what is right, then the more we're not going to pay attention to these
So,
things.
Swanee,
Yeah.
the Age reports that Pauline Hanson has said we must be monocultural. Hanson demands end to multiculturalism, calls climate
We were
change
talking about
a
it before you got
hoax.
on the call, so you might not have missed that.
And that
Climate
was
change is
today.
a
She
hoax
said that
too.
at the press. What was it? The press club.
Yeah. She had a great time.
Yeah.
She had the biggest announcement ever. For our international listeners, Pauline Hanson is I'd like
Scary.
to
Good luck. Good luck.
scary. I'd like to say a fringe politician with lots of right wing
Well, she certainly was for a long,
Who
long
was-
She
time.
was, but she's
For
not
30
now.
years.
Much more people are much more because our major parties are not very popular. She's become more popular. Our press, owned by Rupert Murdoch, which by the way owns Fox News and Sky News, etc., for our American listeners, is pushing this sort of stuff. So yeah, we're in an uncomfortable situation. At
We
the moment.
must be monocultural.
I don't even
What?
know but that just I'm out. What about is anyone else out?
I have read
I
about this
mean-
before, and I can't remember because I didn't understand what it was, and I looked
She
at it
means
a while ago.
I think she means we're just Australian. So we're
yes.
not
So culturally, we're one culture, but you're allowed to be different. Isn't it like you're allowed to be different? Like obviously you are different
I
nationalities.
don't think she's okay with you're allowed to be other things. She's
Hmm.
saying you're all Australian and you're not Muslim anymore and you're not Aboriginal anymore. You're just Australian and shut up.
I mean,
Did
a
she say that, or
monoculture
she's saying
is-
that's first? I don't know. I don't know. I need to
I
look into
think
it.
because she didn't
It's-
want to do a
it's a-
divisive welcome to country. That's the first thing she said at her speech today. I'm not going to do a divisive welcome to country. She doesn't recognise First Nations people. She sees it as divisive. She just wants Australians to be Australians,
Yeah.
right? Whatever that is. So if you came from Malaysia, if you came from whatever, shut up. You're just Australian now. That's all you are. So it's effectively the White Australia policy. It's assimilation. You assimilate to our culture or you fuck off. And I'd just like to point out that apartheid was built on the White Australia policy. Just leave that there. for people.
Apartheid was.
Yes, it was. Look it up before you even think to correct me on that, because I'm right.
Jesus.
That's right. The principles of apartheid came from Queensland and the White Australia policy.
Where did Pauline Hanson come from? Just asking for a friend.
Queensland. Is Joe Bianchi-Peterson dead yet? Anyway,
I'm
asking
sure
for a
he
friend.
is.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
I think Australia is a bit of a fucking mess at the moment. I do think that.
It really
and
is.
I do
It
think the
is.
problem is that it is
I'm
such a mess that
terrified.
people are looking for
An
answers. And
answer?
this is a it's a historical thing that happens. It happens everywhere all the time. And everyone starts to behave like fucking lunatics and makes decisions that they wouldn't normally make. And it's concerning.
Oh, God. Anyway, Cheech and Chong is going to be someone's bitch. That's
Yes.
probably... And then when they're finished, they can go and be in a...
They can be everyone's bitch as far as I'm concerned. You
Yeah.
can be the town bitch.
Yeah. Over here, we've got a job for you over here next year. Finish it.
Yeah.
I know
Come
you're
here.
tired. Shut up.
Come here, little cheat.
Not
This is legal.
Daddy's got a job for you. Come here.
Yeah. It's legal. It's your job.
Yeah.
Should not have behaved the way you did to be where you are.
And that was to someone that he should have actually had
Respected
respect for
and
if she
had
was,
feelings
positioned in
for.
the church and had helped her and whatever else.
Yeah.
Just makes it even more.
And she helped
vile.
him, remember?
Yes, that's what
She
I'm
reached
saying.
out to her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was
Gave
going to
all
give
her
it like.
money away. That's
That's
why
what I'm
she
saying.
couldn't
So
afford
it wasn't
to go
like
home
he was
again.
just going, I've found you on slave.com and, I don't know you and, you're just here to do some work. It's like, no, you had a personal relationship with her
correct.
and encouraged her to follow, and then just totally turned that on its head and abused her.
So I'm okay. I'm okay with him going to Slave World, whatever it looks like. Yeah. He can start by vacuuming my house. Anyway, as we say every week, miss you already. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Thanks for listening to Trial by Wine. You can contact us at trialbywine@gmail.com. Please rate, review and subscribe to Trial by Wine on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. If you'd like to support us, you can become a patron at www.patreon.com, Trial by Wine, or visit our website www.trialbywine.com to donate to us. Your support will help us cover many more cases and apply wacky sentences. We really appreciate you listening and hope you tell everyone about us. Our cover art is by John Christo and music is by Beauchamp from pixabay.com.